writing a book is not the hard part when you have the right people around you. And I like having the right people around me, so I'm going to bring up Tamara Arnold to close this show out. Join me up here, Mama.
Hello.
Hello. Well, Tamara Arnold, who is the author of The Magical Business Method, Define Your Stardust, Attract Your Tribe, Make Lots of Money, and more, is on the red carpet for the second time this year. Her first book was launched in May, which is minutes ago for most people.
It's been a blur. It's kind of been a blur.
So 2 books in roughly 6 months. It's something that most people would say is completely impossible. So I have to start by asking, how did you get 2 books done in 6 months?
Okay, so it just kind of happened. It evolved, but I do have to say, my children have said, "Please, Mommy, don't write another book for the rest of the year."
We're just being honest.
Yeah, because it's like if you have 2 babies back to back, because you really give your heart, soul, and a piece of yourself to each book. So it's like I birthed that first book and I put it out into the world, and then it was like, okay, but I know there's another mission. There's a way that I have to serve even bigger here, and so stepping into that role and utilizing my voice. But it's been chaos a little bit, but it's the best chaos that you could ever imagine.
I love it. So your book, The Magical Business Method, tell us about this book and who is it for?
So it's for moms who are ready to kind of break the status quo. And what I mean by that is not just be 9 to 5, take care of kids, take care of the husband, take care of yourself, make sure everything's done, but you kind of want to switch things up. And I want to help you create a business that energetically lights you up from home so that you can actually stay home with your kids, make lots of money, and live the life by your own kind of energy imprint.
I love that. So I'm going to ask you a question from Sheila from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm asking this because it's going to give us a chance to talk about your first book, too.
Okay.
I know your first book is now available in paperback to the exclusive, the few who reach out to you directly.
Yes.
They can probably get the hookup for the print copy. Sheila from Atlanta asks, how do you write and share a story comfortably without negatively impacting others on your journey? And when I saw this come through, I thought I have to ask Tamara, because with your first book, it really was not just your journey. I know it was you told the story from your perspective, but how did you reconcile having other people included in that book?
So my first book is My Kid is Driving Me Crazy, a mom's survival guide for living with a child with mental illness. And because my son and I had been on this journey together, it was really vital, it was really important before I put it out to the world that I had his permission. And he knew exactly what I read it to him, and also some other family members I had to ask permission for as well. So if you are in integrity for yourself and what it is that you're going to do with the story, which is to serve others, and it was my story, right? Like, it was how it affected me. It wasn't their story. There was just pieces of them in it. And so when I asked permission, it actually made my son and I closer by sharing that journey together. And because he was on board, because we got through it and our relationship got closer. And he kept saying, Mom, if this is going to help other people get to the place we are right now, then I want you to get that book out into the world.
That's the answer right there, Sheila, is like, why are you doing it? Because if you're doing it to make the world a better place, if you're doing it to bring transformation and hope and healing, then the other people in that story are most likely going to have a different reaction maybe than you might think.
Sure.
In some cases, you can mask someone's identity, but when you're doing a book about a mom being a child with mental illness, it would be sort of hard to...
A little weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I knew a lady once who had a kid. So I think that's so powerful that you're asking yourself that, Sheila, that you're checking in and saying, how do I do this in a way that's in integrity? And usually there is a way. Usually there is a way to do it, either by masking their identity or by having a transparent conversation, depending on what your situation is. The way that there is a way is when you are coming from a place of service.
Yes.
All right, I've got another one for you. We're going to take this question from Ashley from Tampa. This is a great question for you because you've now done it twice in 6 months. If you could give your best advice about the journey of writing a book, what would it be?
Become the person who writes the book.
Hey, who said that?
I don't know. Maybe somebody really important in my life. You have to kind of envision yourself as being, and I'm going to be straight up. Like, when I was writing the first book, I spent a month like a full month in anxiety. Like
I have the videos.
Panic attack, like, oh my goodness. Because you have to be able to put your story out there and know that you're going to serve with it, right? So you just become that person. You tell yourself, I am the Tamara who wrote a book, and I am the Tamara that's going to serve and make a difference in the world with this book. And then you step into that energy.
So what's the difference between if it was a year ago and I had you on this stage, how are you different? What's changed in your life?
Oh my God. Okay, so like a year ago, I was absolutely probably, I had creditors calling, right? I had, $0 in my bank account, probably negative. And today I have a thriving business, but I'm doing it in the service of what I love, and it's in the service of the people that I'm here to serve, right? So energetically, I wake up every single day and I get to do a difference. Like I get to transform people every single day. Like there is nothing better. And so cool. When you place yourself in service like that, then the universe is kind, right?
Do you feel like there's anything different in the way you dress, your relationship with the kids, the relationship with yourself, your husband?
There's a difference in every piece of my life, right? So you surround yourself with like my tribe now, right? So the people that energetically light me up. Then on top of that, you step into fully being seen. So you're not hiding, you're not in the shadows anymore. You have this place of creating your own belief system. You get to get rid of the belief systems of everybody else. So your parents, significant others, you define yours, right? You get to breathe love out of your heart. You get to use your voice as your mission statement. You learn to trust the universe, and then you receive all the gifts that it gives you.
Love it. We're going to open up our crown chakras right now, a little receiving. Well, we are so excited you have spent this hour with us meeting our authors, Tamara, the other 7 authors that have been on this stage. I'm going to quickly show you Tamara's book, which you can get a copy of, The Magical Business Method, on Amazon. You will see that link on your screen. Share it with any friend, especially if you have friends who are starting businesses, running businesses, and if they are moms especially and want to make sure they do it in a way that's right for their families. And this is really what we do at the Author Incubator. We find people with messages like Tamara, and we help get those messages out to more people through books. So maybe you've been thinking about writing a book, maybe you've been thinking about starting a business, whatever that dream is. If you want to build your business with a book, I'm going to put a link on the screen to go to theauthorincubator.com/apply, and you can apply to be one of these authors, someday be walking across the red carpet, maybe twice in a year, who knows, you might be lucky. And I'm also asking these authors to help me inspire you by giving you some free gifts. So we're going to put all of their links to their free books in Amazon, but I'm also going to ask all of the authors to include a free gift to help inspire you on your journey and to see what's possible. I asked you to think about this beforehand.
You did.
What are you going to give people?
Well, I'm going to give them, it's like a chakra energy blueprint, because part of that is the energy that I talked about, clearing up so that I could be in a place to serve. And so I'm going to give you guys a 7-day chakra energy blueprint. It comes to your mailbox. It's at themagicalbusinessmethod.com/energy blueprint. It changes everything.
And you're going to get that link. I know you're excited about it, as well as links from all of our other authors. We did have 3 authors that were not here today, so we're going to send shouts out to Jackie Campbell, whose book Runs in the Family is a #1 bestseller. Kelly Surprise, The Big Challenge and Living the Law of Attraction. And Jenny Carr, Piece of Cake, The Secret to an Inflammatory Diet. We love all 3 of you guys. Wish you could have been on the red carpet with us, sending you love wherever you are. And I think we're just going to send out do you have some extra Stardust we can send out?
Always.
All right. Tamara and I are going to send out some extra Stardust to people who really know they want their message heard, to find the people that can help them on their journey. Maybe it's me, maybe it's Tamara, maybe it's one of these other authors. But find your people, find your guides. They are waiting for you. So let's shoot them some. We got some Stardust coming your way. And as I always say at the Author Incubator, we are changing the world one book at a time.